Have you ever wondered who really decides what you want? Who whispers in your mind when you think you are making a choice freely? The answer is terrifying. Almost no one does, at least not consciously. Every desire you think is yours, every decision, every impulse is being quietly guided by forces you cannot see, forces you cannot control, forces that have been shaping you since the day you were born. You didn't click on this video by accident. Something inside you, curiosity, boredom, instinct, nudged you here. But ask yourself this: was it you, or was it your brain acting before you even realized it? In the early 1980s, a man named Benjamin Libet performed a series of experiments that would shake our understanding of free will. He asked volunteers to flex their fingers whenever they felt the urge, while their brain activity was monitored. What he discovered was chilling. The brain signaled the action up to 350 milliseconds before the volunteer even felt the intention to move. Your conscious mind is often just the passenger, watching as the driver, your unconscious brain, takes the wheel. And it doesn't end with simple movements. Every choice you make, every desire you feel is subject to subtle, invisible influence. Psychologists call it the nudge effect. In 2008, Richard Thaler and Cass Sunstein showed that simple tweaks in the environment, a sign on a wall, the placement of a product, a default option, could dramatically change people's behavior. People are predictably irrational, predictably manipulated. Think about scarcity. Marketers know it. Scientists have proven it. In one experiment, participants were given cookies. Some were told there were only a few left, others that there were plenty. The ones facing scarcity rated the cookies as far more desirable, even tastier. Your brain is wired to fear missing out, and that fear can be weaponized to make you want things you never truly needed. Then there's social influence. In the 1950s, Solomon Asch conducted a now famous experiment on conformity. People were shown lines of different lengths and asked to pick which one matched a standard line. Even when the correct answer was obvious, 37% of participants conformed to the wrong answer just because the group did. You like to think you are independent. You like to think your choices are yours, but often your mind is just echoing the world around you. And the manipulation goes deeper than social proof. Your memories, your very sense of self, are malleable. Elizabeth Loftus, a cognitive psychologist, has spent decades showing how false memories can be implanted with ease. People can be convinced they committed a crime as children, or that they experienced events that never happened at all. Your past is not a fixed record. It is an editable story, and the narrator of that story is not always you. Consider dopamine, the molecule of desire. Neuroscientists have mapped the brain's reward circuits. A tiny surge of dopamine can make you obsessed with a purchase, a social media notification, even a person. In experiments at the University of Cambridge, participants were shown images of food, money, or faces while their brains were scanned. Each trigger lit up the reward centers, often before conscious awareness kicked in. Your urges are chemical, primal and often invisible. And then there's the digital world. Every app, every feed, every notification is designed using decades of behavioral research. Social media platforms use intermittent rewards, the classic variable ratio reinforcement schedule, the same principle that keeps gamblers hooked. A like, a comment, a share, each unpredictable, addictive, and irresistible. You are scrolling not because you want to, but because your brain has been trained to respond. Even your perception of reality can be subtly shifted. In 1961, psychologists Stanley Milgram and colleagues conducted an experiment on obedience. Participants were instructed to administer increasingly painful electric shocks to a stranger, who was actually an actor. 65% of people went all the way to the maximum voltage. They weren't coerced violently. They were following instructions, and their brains rationalized each step. Your moral compass, your self-image, can be reshaped in ways you cannot even imagine. And yet, there is a comfort in thinking this is just about others influencing you. The darkest truth, the most relentless manipulation comes from inside. Cognitive biases, confirmation bias, the halo effect, loss aversion, the Dunning-Kruger effect guide every judgment you make. Studies show we consistently overestimate our knowledge, underestimate our mistakes, and favor information that confirms our beliefs. Your own mind can be your most skilled deceiver. Consider the anchoring effect. In one classic experiment, real estate agents were asked to estimate house values after being given arbitrary numbers as anchors. Their estimates were skewed toward the suggested numbers, even though they knew better. Even professionals, trained to be rational, can fall prey. Your decisions, no matter how logical you think they are, can be silently warped by numbers, suggestions, or context you barely notice. The implications are profound. Your desires, your choices, your very sense of self, are they truly yours? Or are they shaped by your biology, your past experiences, your culture, your environment, and the algorithms tracking you in real time? But here's the haunting paradox. These forces are not inherently evil. They evolved to help us survive. Fear, social conformity, reward anticipation. These helped our ancestors navigate a dangerous world. But in the modern age, where every impulse is tracked, quantified, and optimized, survival instincts can become chains. They make you predictable. They make you exploitable. Even love is not immune. Oxytocin, the bonding hormone, strengthens trust and attachment, but it can also be manipulated. In 2013, researchers showed that merely making participants feel included or trusted could subtly alter their economic decisions in games. Your emotions, even your attachments, can be swayed by invisible forces, sometimes without your knowledge. And yet, awareness is the first step toward freedom. Neuroscience tells us that when we consciously pause, reflect, and examine our thoughts, we can engage the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for deliberate choice. Mindfulness, reflection, education, they are tools that help reclaim some autonomy in a world engineered to exploit your unconscious. So the next time a desire rises inside you, a decision pulls at your mind, a memory feels urgent, pause. Ask yourself, is this mine, or is it the echo of something designed to manipulate me? The invisible forces shaping your life are not random. They are everywhere, constant and relentless. But understanding them gives you a weapon no one can take. Awareness is liberation. Awareness is survival. And remember, this is not just about protecting yourself from the outside world. It is about understanding the hidden currents inside you, the impulses, the urges, the biases that define every moment of your life. The battlefield is within, and only those who see it clearly can navigate it freely. If this video made you question something inside yourself, don't leave yet. Subscribe, because the mind you understand today may save you tomorrow.